These three gentlemen take mental well-being seriously, but are not serious. They'd rather swear and make irreverent jokes. Now that you know, the healing may commence. Welcome to We're Probably Not Okay, the podcast that makes fun of mental well-being. My name is David Musgrave, the man kissed by all angels, and with me as always is...
Is that me? I think it's me. I'm the shepherd of the forest, Brandon Full. Thank you for pointing at me, David, which you totally were doing. And also with us is this guy over here.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm over here for one thing, Brandon, but it's me, your very best friend, Ryan Brown.
That bit's never going to get old because we never get it right.
We're off to a great start.
Am I still in the,
Well, it's been a minute, so.
Am I still in the basement for both of you?
Yeah, you're still on the bottom, yeah.
That's all that matters. As long as I'm powering from down here, that's all that matters.
Here's my cat licking herself. Oh, never mind. She's done. So I just wanted to show you my cat licking herself. Continue.
I mean, we could just have 60 minutes of that and call it a podcast. I'd be fine with it.
I think we would get more views than most of our episodes get.
Probably. I would think so.
Cat licks herself 60 minutes. Also nerds talk.
Cat licks herself while nerds
ASMR.
talk. 60 minutes. Yeah, that'll do it every single time.
Yeah.
Well, how you gentlemen been? It's been a little while. We'll catch up with you, have a little conversation, a little fireside chat today. But why don't we do our mental healthness check-in before we get going? Ryan, how you been, buddy?
Awful. Everything's been terrible.
Yeah? I'm sorry to
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah.
What are you comfortable sharing? We obviously know a little bit about what's been going on with you, but what are you comfortable sharing?
Well, without getting into a lot of things, a lot of people have died. So that's been awful. I had a few people in my life die over in the 10-year since the last time we recorded. A lot of people in my family, and it's been unpleasant and difficult, and just a lot of bad things. Been traveling a lot for work. It's just been very draining. This week alone, I've had to drive to Charleston twice already. Twice? Yeah, twice. I've been to it's just been in just a lot of things have been happening, and none of them very good. Can't really get into a lot because there's other people involved, but
Right.
just a lot of things, and none of them good. And the few like good things, or not even good things, the few like bright spots that happen are like so small or insignificant or like trivial that it's like it seems almost offensive to mention them. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh well, can you say something good that's happened? Oh well, that Lanterns trailer was pretty cool. And they're like, that can't be the only good thing that happened. And it's like, I assure you, it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to take my cat to the vet today. My cat Chonk had to go to the vet today for old cat problems.
Yeah.
Her prognosis is geriatric cat. So
Yeah.
that was fun.
How old is Chunk?
12, I think.
Mm.
No, that can't be right. Yes? Old for a cat.
Yeah. Well,
Possibly old, perhaps.
they're certainly not parrots, but they'll make it up there sometime. Both Kira and I's last cat, my last cat and Kira's last cat, that obviously we had together towards the end there, lived to 20. Both of them. It was crazy. So,
yeah. Well, she's not like doing anything like, I don't know. She hasn't slowed down noticeably. Like she's not, I don't know. She's not like walking with a cane or anything. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, that would be awesome if she was. I mean, I'd feel
just like
bad for her, but
had like one of those walkers or something.
I'm picturing more like a Fred Astaire cane. She could like
That's what I
spin
was-
around as she walks.
that's what I was picturing. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like or like, Willy Wonka, like she acts like she needs it for a second, and then all of a sudden she's like real spry and all over the place. That'd be cool. Does a little flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's pretty surly most of the time. Like it's funny because all of our cats have very distinct personalities, and she is one. She has perhaps the most personality out of all of them because she is like really fucking surly and just mean and just does not like anybody except for me. Like I don't know why. She's just like I hate everybody except for just this guy. I don't know if it's just sort of like he's damaged in just the right way where I'm like I'll take it easy on you. But like I don't know, she'll like let me pick her up. She's like, "Oh, you're home. I'm gonna come and like curl on your lap, or like I'm gonna sit beside you while you watch TV or whatever." Versus like everyone else, she's like, "If you even get fucking close to me, I'm gonna take a swipe at you, you motherfuckers.
Fuck you.
All you tall,
fuck you.
people who live in this house beside
You're
me.
cool.
You're cool."
Yeah, that's interesting. Some cats will be like that. I've definitely known cats like that. Do you guys remember David Bruce? Did you ever hang out with David Bruce?
That name sounds so familiar.
He was a Magic the Gathering dude, like back in the day.
Maybe that's why I know him.
Yeah.
From Parkersburg?
He lived in Marietta, but I think, obviously a lot of crossover there. But he had a cat named Azrael, and that's definitely what Azrael was like, this black cat, like real stereotypical black cat. And but what she would do is she hated everyone, but she would like make you feel like you had a chance every once in a while. She'd come curl up in your lap and you'd be like, "Oh wow, Azrael's in my lap." You pet her for like a minute, and then all of a sudden Psycho like digging her claws into your lap and biting you, and then like running off. It's just like, "Oh nope, it was too good to be true." I flew too close to the sun and it bit my balls.
That old chestnut.
Yeah, as they say.
Relatable. Yeah. The human condition, really.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
But
but other than that, I mean, nothing else I can really. I had to go to the Capitol, the state Capitol, the other day because I can't really talk. I don't really want to talk about the company that I work for because I don't know if they want to be associated with our particular brand of filth.
Sure.
That's fair. Yeah.
It's fucking understandable.
But the company I work for, the organization I work for, since they're not really a company, the nonprofit that I work for had an event at the Capitol the other day, and I had to be at the Capitol, the state Capitol, and the people that know me, that listen to this podcast, the people that know me in real life, know my disposition vis-a-vis my social disposition, my political disposition. You can imagine how I felt being in the state Capitol.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that we were there for, one of the things that we had to do was take part in a press conference. And mercifully, all I had to do is stand off to the side. So I was like, this is easy. This is fine. I don't have to talk. I have to stand here. And at some point, they're going to say my name, and I will just have to wave. And I can do that. Yeah. And nothing is going to be personally offensive to me. I'm not going to have to be associated with anybody I find morally repugnant. I think you can see where this story is going. Yeah, no one that I find morally repugnant, no one that I am personally offended by, no one that I am vehemently opposed to on an ethical level. So of course, the governor of our state comes in and hijacks our press conference. The governor of our state,
to the fucking ground.
Yeah, yeah. No, well, kind of. Well, the governor of our state comes in as like a thing, and he's like, "Hi, everybody, I'm here now. Anyway, I'm gonna take over and talk about some stuff I want to talk about."
Cool.
It was played off like, "Look who's here, everybody! The governor. He's gonna talk about his thoughts on this matter." And everyone was like, "Wow, the governor's here!" And I was like, "The governor's here." Like, and the other people within our organization who who, uh, who are also aware, socially aware, were also like, "Why is the governor here? Why is he here all of a sudden?" Well, later on, we would find out that he was also hosting a press conference on the other side of the Capitol that did not have a high enough attendance, where he was going to complain about this particular topic that he was going to bemoan about. And so uh, he came to ours because I guess there were more people in attendance there, and proceeded to more or less just talk about it there.
That's
So
crazy. So
yeah, it was wild.
let me think about this for a second, real quick. Sorry to interrupt. So he basically was like, I didn't get to complain enough. Is there any other press conference going on right now where I can go and complain? And they're like, yeah, actually, there's one over here. It's like, cool, I'm going to go complain over there then. That's like
Yeah, kind of.
the thought process? That's
Yeah.
buck fucking wild.
Yeah.
I
And
love politicians. They're awesome.
I know. But yeah, so of course nobody said anything. Of course, everyone was just sort of like smiled and was like, "Thank you so much for being here."
Did you
Yeah.
have
Thank
to
you so
stay up
much.
off to the side the whole time too, like where you were before?
Yeah, I of course just stood off to the side and was like, mercifully, I had already done my bit where they pointed at me and they were like, "From North Central West Virginia, Ryan Brown," and I waved, and I had already done that bit, so no cameras were on me or anything like
Oh,
that.
good.
So you didn't have to be
So
like,
yeah, I was already out of the picture, completely out of the picture. So I was like, "Oh my god, like why is he here? Like why is this guy here?" But anyway, so that was just like a very surreal experience,
yeah.
very very surreal. And then like afterwards, uh, we were commiserating, like the entirety of our organization was commiserating in a very similar fashion to what we are now, just sort of like, what was that about, guys? Like very surreal. What was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, who wants to go next?
Brandon, what politicians have you accidentally bumped shoulders with lately?
I haven't bumped shoulders with a politician, but I did meet a guy who worked at NASA. And he mentioned it just out of nowhere that he used to work at NASA and he used to help design rockets and stuff. And this was at work. And I was just having kind of a bad day and I just didn't give a shit. Like I feel bad about it, but I was like, oh, that's cool, you know? Like I wasn't rude to him,
Right.
but I was just like, I didn't ask any follow-up questions, which normally I feel like like I wasted an opportunity there to ask him a little more about working at NASA. But no politicians, just a rocket scientist.
And
I
you
mean,
were like,
if you're having a bad day, like, you know what I mean?
What am I supposed to do? Yeah, just
Yeah.
you're like,
push
big
through it and be
fucking
like,
deal.
yeah. So what were the rockets like? How much more did
Yeah.
you make per year than I do?
Right.
Yeah,
You know, shit
exactly.
like
Like,
that.
what do you? Yeah, when you're having a bad day and like everything looks that way, you know, when everything feels that way. Yeah, exactly. How much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about then.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Besides that, no, it's been okay. Last time we recorded, well, that's not true. It hasn't been okay. I've been pretty down. But last time we recorded, I mentioned that I was trying to decide something and I wasn't sure what I was going to do. If you guys remember that, I know it's been a while. But what I decided to go for it. So the thing that I was talking about is I'm moving back in with my parents because my dad has health issues. He's got dementia developing and he's a diabetic. He's in his late 70s, so I'm moving back in to help out with them for a little bit. So that was a tough decision to make, you know, to to leave what I've got here. Granted, I live by myself now, but I really enjoy my freedom. Besides this cat, but what I'm trying to do is, just help out my family and shit. So I'm hoping that it works out okay overall. Nervous
Yeah.
about that a little bit.
I mean, it's very selfless of you. So I mean, I hope they really appreciate what you're doing for them.
They seem to, yeah. And
it
I
would be-
told my dad, I was like, there's going to be days where I'm not going to want to talk to anybody, where I'm going to go into the room and shut the door, and that's going to be it. And I was like, don't take it personally. That's bipolar disorder for you, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
You respect that?
Yeah. Well, he seemed to. We'll see.
Yeah.
He's of the older generation that is like, why aren't you up at 6 a.m. out in the yard with a hoe in your hand or whatever, instead of
Yeah.
what I
you're
like to do, which is sleep in until 11.
Because I'm in bed with a hoe in my hand, Dad.
Hey, pew, pew, pew. Besides that, what have I been doing? I've been writing a lot, working on D&D stuff. I know I've mentioned it before too, that I like to work on D&D stuff. I've been working on a couple modules that I'd like to put out on Drive-Thru RPG at some point. I'm probably going to put them out for free.
Cool.
Just so people can check it out. Because you can put $1, you can put $2, but I know when I'm on there and I'm looking for something and I don't have money and I'm just or I don't want to spend any money, the free stuff's going to attract me first to check out and see if I like the person. So
yeah, right on.
What is that? Can you explain what that is for our listeners? Like, what is Drive-Thru? And for me, because I don't know.
Okay, so Drive-Thru RPG is a website where you can go and download different PDFs of role-playing games. But people can also put out their own modules and their own adventures for D&D and other role-playing games. So what I would do is I would write a little self-contained adventure with different plot lines and NPCs and maps and stuff. And then I would put it up on this website and say you can download this for free and use it in your D&D game. So it's a whole self-contained and it'll be from level 3 to 5. So you can pick it up and run it without having to prepare for it outside of the DM reading it. So that's what I want to do. I think it would be fun to publish something even if it's in a smaller capacity that.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah, so I've been working on right now a volcanic region, and there are gnomes. I wanted to do mecha in some way. I really wanted to introduce mech to D&D. So there's these gnomes who have been digging into a volcano for hundreds of years, if not longer. I haven't decided yet, but they found the remnants of an old civilization that used big metallic robots. So they've been using that to learn and also figuring out how the robots worked and incorporating it into armor and things like that. So they worship the volcano, of course, because that's what you got to do. But then outside of the volcano and the fertile grass area, fertile land outside of a volcano, there are lizard folk, iguana folk, that are living there that the gnomes who live in the volcano protect. So they kind of have a symbiotic relationship. So that's what I've been working on. So I've been watching a lot of documentaries on volcanoes because I'm not super great at coming up with an idea and then executing it without getting lost in the weeds on the way 10 times. Do I really need to know what direction volcanic lava flows from a volcano? Not really. It's a fantasy game, I can fucking flow into the air if I wanted to. But I still am Googling what animals are indigenous to volcanic regions, stuff like that. So I get a little lost as opposed to writing a story. I get lost in the world building, which is what I really enjoy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been doing that. I feel like I've been retreating into world building a lot more than I typically do, just because everything is terrible in the world,
Why? What happened?
And much just everything.
I'm
Nothing
just
with.
kidding. I'm
Okay,
kidding.
I was about to say, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I am.
Did something happen?
We'll fill you in later.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
I bet Charlie Kirk's got some stuff to say about this. Let's look it up. Ooh.
Wow, I gotta just.
Mind is flooding with jokes right now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how I've been. And David, finally, the basement boy. How have you been?
Pretty good. I mean, I hate to. The world is on fire, and everything is shit. Let's be clear. Let's be 100% clear. I am fully aware of the fact that literally everything is awful. There are terrible people in control of our fates everywhere, and it's terrible. But beyond that, I'm doing pretty good. I think that I unfortunately started going down a path where, if you have listened to this podcast for a while, you'll recall that David a couple years ago that was at the end of his career at my last job. And I was not very happy. And I was pretty darn stressed, like all the time. And I've had a pretty good reprieve from that for some time. But as is unfortunately the case, there's, nothing lasts forever. And my work was starting to get pretty stressful again. And I was starting to feel myself becoming that old David again. But I have developed, I don't even know, I don't want to say I've developed techniques. I've just made myself more aware of not wanting to be like that, and not letting it affect how I am as a father and a husband. And I have been doing some breathing exercises and some other things, but I think just paying more attention to who I am and how I interact with my spouse and my daughter in particular, but even my coworkers and stuff. And just trying to not be a grumpy old man.
Yeah.
And it has really strangely helped my stress level quite a bit. I have kind of, and this might be a little bit of a luxury. I got the best annual review I've had maybe ever. And
Oh,
the way
yeah.
my boss did it was so weird too, because he, all of a sudden I get this message. I'm like, "Hey, we need to talk." And
Ugh.
if you know me, and we've talked about this on this podcast before, that's pretty much the worst thing you can do to me.
Yeah.
I mean, and that is a shitty email to send somebody, frankly. Like, you don't
Terrible.
want to receive that email. You don't want to receive that text. Tell me now.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
say, or just be like, we need to talk. No one is mad at you.
Right, exactly. Everything is fine. We just need to talk.
Yes,
I
we
would
need to
be,
talk. No one is dead. We need to
yeah,
talk. Everything's fine.
yeah,
We need to talk. It's good.
yeah, exactly. That's all I need. But no, of course, he gives me the "we need to talk." I always think he did it on purpose, because then I'm like, okay, cool. How about immediately, please? And he's like, yeah. Just give me a minute to finish this up. The minute was a half hour. So I didn't get any work done that half hour. I'm just like,
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
No, of course not. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. You would be sitting there vibrating with anxiety.
yep.
You'd be
And I
sitting there
was.
preparing for fucking battle.
Yeah, and I was. And so finally he's like, "Okay, cool, you're good now." I'm like, "Yeah, I've been good, bro. Let's go." And then he was like, he did the whole slow roll too, like, "Okay, well, we gotta go through a couple of things, and I'm trying to think of where to start." And I'm like, "Bro, spit it out." And finally he's like,
Bad
Yeah.
news is not what I have for you. Is
Right.
what I would be saying
Right.
if only.
Exactly.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah. He did exactly that. And finally he gets around to it. And he's like, "We're doing your annual review." And even then, like, I'm like, "Oh, well, still fuck. All right, let's just do it." I hate getting annual reviews, but it was all like literally one of the best reviews I've ever had. So I kind of have the luxury, and I know this is not what people normally do when they get such good news, but I also kind of just have this like, well, fuck it then. Like, I know I'm the fifth strongest person on my team, as we've said many times. I just got a good review. I do way more work than other people. I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna sweat shit. So I've been kind of in a good place as far as that's concerned, mentally as well. So all around, like, my mental health, my mental well-being right now, is strong again after getting pretty dark for a little bit. So, um, I, that's good, I guess.
Yeah,
But
that's awesome, man. That's really good news.
yeah,
Especially if with as worried as you've been about it, kind of on and off. You mentioned earlier that you had some techniques you were using. Are there any that you'd care to share, or are they kind of personal?
not really. I mean, I've been doing some box breathing, some meditation, as well, which certainly helps in moments of anxiety. Like, I was starting to feel anxious the other night, like sitting in bed, and I started thinking about work, and I'm like, what I got to do the next day. And I was like, man, I didn't do enough of what I should have done, and like, I'm gonna get in
Yeah.
trouble. Like, started going down that path in my head. And I started doing some box breathing, and it's amazing how effective that can be. I know not everyone can do it and benefit from it, but I apparently am somebody who can, because it's been helping. Also just trying to do at least 10 minutes of meditation in the morning and 10 minutes of meditation at night. I think when you do that consecutively day over day, you start to feel calmer overall.
Okay.
That's what I'm finding. Um, so I've just been feeling less anxious as a result. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Uh, Not really. I, I've got some other, techniques that I'm aware of that I kind of keep in my back pocket, but I never really pull out. So,
Yeah.
um, what about you guys? Is there anything you do outside of those things to try to regulate?
Make lists.
Hmm.
I just do breathing exercises mostly. You make lists of like what you need to get done?
No, I just try and like make like if I'm really the feeling the heat, if I'm really feeling the anxiety, feeling the pressure, I'll just if I'm really feeling like my mind is getting away from me,
Mm.
Yeah.
then I will occupy it. I'll be like, hey, list every single MCU movie in chronological order. And then it's like, okay, chronological order? Okay, well, first is Captain America, the First Avenger, and then probably Captain Marvel because it takes place in 1991. And
Oh, I
then
see
and
what you
then I'll
mean.
just like start going in order chronologically rather than, when they came out. And
Mm.
then my mind will start doing that instead of thinking about whatever it is I'm freaking out about.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, or something else that would require me to make a list of something.
Hmm.
That helps me a lot too.
Give
It's
yourself a
basically just a
distraction.
variation of the 5 things you can see, 5 things you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
just
I,
dorkier.
I like that though. That's cool. I might have to try that. Yeah. But yeah. So again, Ryan, it's funny. I feel the same way. Like it almost feels wrong to say, "Hey, I'm in a good place," with everything that's going on, and especially, I know you gentlemen are not in the best places with some things like that too. So, but I guess that's a weird thing to not want to share with your friends.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, man. And like speaking for myself personally, I'm not in a bad place. I'm just in a sad place. I just
Mm,
feel like down most of the time.
mm,
Um, just with everything going on. But yeah, like overall I wouldn't say I'm in a bad place. Like I'm not in a danger or anything. So
right. I still wish we lived close to one another. I still wish we could do like a weekly meal or something like that together.
yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you too, because since we're doing fireside chat, this is just kind of what we're doing, right,
Mm,
for this episode.
yeah.
Okay, so on your Facebook sometimes your or Kira will post like that you guys are doing a week of a certain ethnicity of food.
Hmm.
Are you
Yeah.
guys still doing that?
Yeah. So we're every month we're picking a different cuisine, global cuisine, and cooking it for a week. Um, so in January we did specifically Osaka, so not just Japanese food, but specifically like dishes from Osaka. And then last month we did Poland. And then this month, since it's St. Patrick's Day in a couple of weeks, we're gonna do Ireland. So, and I'd like to do Portugal probably one week or one month, and then I mean, I'd love to do like kind of I don't want to be like Italian,
Yeah,
uh,
it's
uh,
spaghetti.
yeah, exactly right. So I'd like to do like Ethiopian or some kind of more off the wall, like not like
Yeah,
Thai or I've eaten a ton of Thai food. I want to try some different styles of cuisine. But yeah, so
cool.
and well, I've eaten a lot of Irish food as well, but it just feels appropriate for the holiday.
You got to make. I think it's Irish. 'Cause it's definitely UK where you have the fries with gravy on them.
The
Poutine, is that what it is?
That's Canadian poutine. Yep,
Is poutine fries with gravy?
and cheese curds. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because there was when I lived in Milwaukee, there was an Irish restaurant and they served fries with that, with
Oh yeah.
gravy, and it was like an authentic Irish restaurant. So I don't know what it actually was. Maybe it was
Hmm.
like an Irish gravy that they used or something, but
Yeah, could have been.
whatever it was good. I would go there once a week and be like, "Give me that again,
Yeah.
please."
I mean, you can't go wrong with any form of
French
potato
fries
with.
covered in gravy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, really, any potato with gravy. I mean, that's gonna be good eats. Fry them. There
They
you go.
sound good.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what we have planned. I know we're gonna do call cannon, which is like cabbage and potato. It's like mashed potatoes with cabbage in it. We'll do corned beef, maybe like a shepherd's pie. There's a couple things. We're gonna make some bread, like either Irish soda bread or like a Guinness bread or something like that. And
Mhm.
we got some other stuff planned, so that'll be good.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate you noticing. I guess.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's interesting. I like to see the pictures and what you guys have decided for the week to eat.
Yeah, right on. We made stuffed cabbage for Polish week. We made bigos, which is basically like hunter's stew. It's some meats and some sauerkraut with wine, and it's you cook it down for like freaking ever. And juniper berries, it has juniper berries in it as well.
Hmm.
And yeah, some fun stuff that I've never made before, and hopefully get a little more into that especially once we get into some weirder countries. You guys have any recommendations on a global cuisine I should do one month?
I had a
Well, I was
bologna
going to say
sandwich
Canada.
today.
Hey, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say I had ramen noodles, so you're probably asking the wrong people.
Well, hey, listeners, if you have a recommendation, write into us and let us know. You can either email us at we're probably not okay at gmail.com or find us on Facebook or I don't know, Instagram. Are we still on Instagram? Yeah, I think we are.
Brandon and I are poors. We survive off of Aldi's
Well,
and fast food.
hey, I mean, preaching to the choir, man. Me too. I try to spend as little money on food as possible, but that's one of the cool things about global cuisine as well is that a lot of these are peasant dishes, so they tend to be relatively affordable, as
This just
well.
in, David calls the Irish peasants.
Wow, wow. I was to be clear, I was calling the Polish peasants. Thank you. No, just kidding. But yeah, so this is a fireside chat. And we call it verbal jazz sometimes, but I feel like when we do verbal jazz, we kind of bring specific topics.
Yeah.
Each of us kind of bring a story, whereas a fireside chat is really more of just a catching up and a cozy conversation. So hope you all grabbed a cup of tea before we got started. And I will ask though, we'll probably gonna get into some gray matter munchies as a result. But one of the first things I'll talk about is kind of something that's come across me. I did not specifically bring anything to talk about, but Brandon, I asked you how much you know about Devo, the band that started in the '70s, was pretty popular in the '80s, and
Yes. And then my answer was I did not know hardly anything.
yeah. Ryan, what do you think of when you think of Devo, the band Devo?
I know that the leader of Devo, Mark Mothersbaugh,
Wow,
right?
you are
Is that
correct.
correct?
Yeah,
He did all the music for Rugrats.
yeah, yeah. He did
That
Rugrats.
is all I know.
I mean, that's more than a lot of people know. Yeah, it was like two of his brothers and him like were actually in the band. And I think one of the brothers like kind of bowed out, and then the other one.
And I know that you know how Weird Al does style parodies sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I know the song "Dare to Be Stupid" is a style parody of Devo,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which
And
is also
Devo
probably my favorite Weird Al song.
Devo has said publicly that they wish they had written that song, that they're jealous that Weird Al
Amazing
had
song.
written that
It
song.
is definitely my favorite Weird Al song.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And the video is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it is good. And it makes sense. And I'll say why I think it makes sense here in a second. But before, do you know what Devo stands for? I never knew this.
I don't.
It stands for de-evolution. Isn't that weird? I would never
Hmm.
have ever known that. So I
I
watched
didn't know it stood for anything.
right, just thought it was like a weird like Devo.
Yeah.
They're Devo. Um, but I watched a Netflix. So every Monday, Kira and I, we have different days, like different days of the week. We watch like a different type of show, or we read, or we study a language, or or we have a game night on Wednesdays. But Mondays is documentary night, and so we try to watch a new documentary every Monday. And we've had this Devo documentary on our Netflix list for months and months and months. And it was my turn to pick, and I'm like looking through it, and I'm like, finally, like, I'm like, fuck it, we're never gonna watch this if we don't just watch it. So I turned it on and proceeded to have my mind blown because when I think of Devo, I think of Whippet, of course. I think of them wearing their little red hats,
Right. Yeah.
and that, I mean, that is certainly what they're known for. I think more than anything. I did not realize that like their first album came out in like 1977. Did not realize they went to Kent State University um, in Ohio, and did not know certainly that they were there during the shooting at Kent State. Or Kent State, is it Kent State or just Kent University? No, it's Kent State University,
Yeah, it's
right?
Kent
Yeah,
State.
it's Kent State.
Yeah. I don't know why it sounded weird to me. So, and that was like a huge like influence on them because obviously, if you're there and you know people that are going to school with you and soldiers shoot and kill them, that's going to have an effect on you. But what's interesting is they didn't really get like political. I mean, they did, but they didn't at the same time. It's not like they were like, we're going to start a band and we're going to be anti-establishment.
Yeah.
Instead, they kind of assimilated capitalism and to an extent some politics into their persona. And basically they exaggerated what they like kind of glommed onto, which is this idea that man is not becoming smarter, rather we are de-evolving and getting more and more stupid. So kind of an idiocracy type of message. And so they have all these crazy songs that are very repetitive and very simple, and the message is kind of stupid. And they embrace that as that's what is happening to man. We're de-evolving and we're very basic and we're very stupid and we're caught in this like capitalist cycle, and it's just going to get worse and worse and worse, and politicians are just ridiculous. And um like one thing that stuck out to them was Burger King did a song, and I forget what classical music they used in it, but it was like, hold the pickles, hold the lettuce, special
Yeah.
orders, don't upset us. It's actually, I didn't realize this, that's done to a classical a music song, and I don't remember what it was, but they heard that and they were like, how their first thought was how fucking stupid, but also that's genius. Like that is like such a way to use such a beautiful piece of art in an incredibly capitalistic way, and it stuck with them. So actually, I think they reference that commercial in one of their songs. Like I don't remember how much of it they say. If they say hold the lid, I think it's just special orders don't upset us, or something like that. But they use part of that commercial in one of their songs.
Huh.
And so I started listening after watching this documentary. I started listening to their albums, starting at the very first one. And what struck me is, I don't know if it's because I watched the documentary or because of where I am in my life right now, but there would have been a point in my life where I would have thought their music completely unlistenable, like could not stick with it and listen to it. But I'm fascinated by it. And like there are actually some songs that I'm like, this is kind of a fucking jam. It's not top 20, it's not, what a lot of people would think of as good music, but I'm finding myself like wanting to go back and listen to it. And I have not gone through their entire discography. I think I've only listened to like the first 3 albums, but I'm just surprised that I'm a 43-year-old man at this point. And yes, I've heard Whip It. And that's got a very interesting message, but I won't go into it. A completely misunderstood song, and but they loved the fact that it was misunderstood as well.
Yeah.
Like just like embraced all of this like
So
stupidity
it
and like
sounds like they're kind of like a performance arts thing.
oh, very
Obviously,
much.
as a band, you're to performance, but they're using their artist background on top of being a band.
Very very much performance art, and like the way they did their concerts and stuff, like they would set up stages where they were like all on like treadmills, like, and they're all walking on
Uh,
treadmills like while they're performing. It's a very performance arty type shit, and didn't care what people thought about them, and it's probably why they are not as well known as they are, but they did have a
yeah,
pretty strong following that actually got their message, but I don't think very many people did at all. And so just amazes me that there's like this depth to this band that I would never have known, and I just would have thought of as the Whippet band that wore the little red hats. So just thought I'd share
yeah.
that. It's
One of the things I can appreciate about Devo and some bands, because I'm not really a fan of Devo's music from what I've heard either. You know, I know Whip It and that's about it. But when you hear their songs, you can be like, that's Devo when you hear
oh
it. You
yeah,
know, they have a very
oh
distinctive
yeah.
style. Not a lot of bands have that where you hear them and you're immediately like, oh, I know who that is just from the music. Not even when you hear the singing.
Well, and what I think's interesting about that is like, yes, the lead singer has a very distinct voice, has a very distinct sound. It sounds like the fucking 80s. Like it's got like
Yeah,
the and it's got like that kind of like nerd rock 80s vibe to it. Like I mean the famous scene from Revenge of the Nerds where they do the little musical number towards the end of it. That's like a direct like rip off of Devo's style and sound. Like it just that's the
yeah,
nerdy 80s like weird new wave rock. Completely it was their invention, and that's the other thing. They were like really kind of ahead of the game. Like they were pretty innovative as to like creating synthesizers and creating different types of instruments to like how do we make noises different with different things, ahead
yeah.
of what other people were doing by far. So kind of a fathers of electronic music in some ways. So really kind of just fascinated me that I'll never look at Devo the same way.
So, what was the documentary called? Would you recommend watching it to our
the
listeners?
The documentary was called Devo, and yes, I would highly recommend it because it will change your life. At least change your perspective of the band Devo.
Yeah.
But and I think I think I caught it at a very like with as fucked up as the world is right now. Like their message is just kind of resonating with me now as well. So that's probably also another reason why I'm kind of currently into Devo, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I never thought in a billion years I would say those words. I will find some songs that you might like too, because there are a couple in there that again are interesting at least.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure. I'll give him a listen, definitely.
yeah, absolutely. So that was my fireside chat rant. One of you guys have something you would like to share that's been going on or on your mind or something interesting you've been into or watching or doing or
I had a quick story I wanted to bring up because you said that we were doing a fireside chat kind of at the last minute. So I was like, shit, I got to find some kind of story to bring. So I was talking to my friend and she suggested I talk about Punch the Monkey,
okay.
which I know nothing about really.
That
So
monkey
I
got
had
me
to
fucked
pass on
up.
it.
Say
But
what?
yeah, I might bring it next time because she said that it's a very interesting mental health story.
What'd you say, Ryan, about it?
That monkey got me fucked up.
Yeah. Okay.
Are
Well,
you
that's.
familiar with it, David? You know the monkey?
I mean, I feel like I've heard Punch the Monkey, but no, I'm not super familiar with it.
So, from what I understand, and Ryan, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, or if you know anything more, you can add to it. Um, it was a monkey who was either abandoned by her parents or by its parents or something, but it was taken into a reserve, and none of the other monkeys will like give it the time of day. They like beat it up and stuff.
Oh.
And it has like a little stuffed monkey that it carries around with it, like a stuffed animal that it's
Hmm.
bonded to. And the monkey's name is Punch. And it's just a very sad story. And there's lots of videos of it like sitting by itself with the stuffed animal. Is that pretty much the gist of the story, Ryan, or is there more to it I've missed?
Basically, what happened? Yeah, basically, yeah, that's what happened. It's bonded to the monkey plushie as its mother, though,
Oh, okay.
because monkeys will do that. Like they will bond to uh, things like that as parents, and that even makes it more fucking tragic because they show like videos of it. It'll like wrap its like the plushie around it, like it's
Oh,
like
making it
artificially
hug it.
hugging it. Yeah, and it's just like Jesus Christ, monkey. Like, come on, man. Like, I got stuff I got to do today.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. Like,
That makes me
you're making me feel this stuff.
want to hug my daughter.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah. And then there's like all these photos of it like sitting in the rain, like with its head down, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, oh my god.
Give
Yeah.
it an
And
umbrella or something at least.
why are you letting this happen? And there's like these videos of like all these other like full grown ass like adult monkeys. He's just like sitting there like playing or something, and then like a full grown adult monkey will like walk by and then just like palm his head like a fucking basketball, and then just like drag him across the ground. And then you're just like, what are you doing? Like, someone get in there. I've never wanted to kick a monkey's ass so bad in my life. Like, what are we doing here? Like, someone get in
Yeah.
there and stop that monkey. I'll stomp that monkey's ass into the ground. Like, what are we doing?
Aw.
But like all of humanity together is like we all want to get in there and kick that monkey's ass. We want to
Yeah.
save this big, like that monkey has been through enough. Like we cannot
Yeah.
let him be bullied.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
but
it's fucked up.
the interesting thing is that I'm starting to see, like Brandon was saying, like people are like starting to have like these very like intense emotional reactions to it.
Yeah.
Like intense emotional reactions to it, and people are like, why am I reacting this way to this? Like,
Yeah.
why am I feeling this intensely about this thing? And
Right.
other people are like, I don't know why I am either. But the same thing, like me too, like when I first started seeing it and like reading about it and learning about it, I was like, why am I feeling this intensely about this monkey?
Yeah.
For
Like,
me,
I
I
mean,
think
cute,
what
I
I've heard
guess,
about it,
but like,
what I've
yeah,
heard
like,
about it so far, it seems like, um, for me anyway, it's just that sense of abandonment and recognition and understanding like how cruel nature actually is sometimes, and how just like, oh, monkey doesn't have a mom, so it doesn't have like a little tribe, so it's just gonna get picked on. That's just how nature works. It's
Yeah.
fucked up.
mhm.
Yeah.
It's a sad area that we live in.
Yeah, it is interesting though, because like I haven't even seen any of it, and I had an emotional reaction to it when I said I want to go hug my daughter. I mean, I literally felt like I'm gonna go wake her
Dude,
up.
it's so cute. You got to see it with the stuffed monkey. It's adorable.
Yeah, it's really fucking adorable. And
Mm.
then yeah, and it's like so small. It's like little compact little guy,
Yeah.
and yeah, it just made
But
me so sad.
Yeah.
that wasn't the story I brought, actually.
Oh.
The story I brought is something different because I just mentioned it and I'm glad you guys knew more about it. Um, do you guys think that you could beat a 80s adventure game without a walkthrough?
Oh.
No.
Yeah. Like
No.
like what are we talking about?
Nope.
Okay, so there's a company or a group of people that released a test called the Agate, the Adventure Game Aptitude Test.
Mm.
And I'm going to read you what the website said because the test is over and I'll tell you the
You
results.
mean like a video game, right?
Yes. The Agate is a standardized examination designed to assess if anyone can still complete an 80s adventure game without a walkthrough. To ensure no walkthroughs or other outside sources are consulted during play, we will be utilizing college exam proctoring software, which will monitor your smartphone usage and browser activity. The exam will be held on February 28th, so just 5 days ago, between the hours of 1 and 2 p.m., desktop only. You're free to start at any point within that 1 hour, but once you do, you will be expected to complete the test in one sitting within 4 hours. The game will be an adventure game of our choosing. Successful completion of the test will garner you an Agate certification. And then there's a photo of this certification. So you don't know the game until you sit down to play.
So is it like a King's Quest style game?
Basically, the game they used was Maniac Mansion.
Oh, I could beat Maniac Mansion.
You
But
think
that's
so
only,
without a walkthrough?
yeah, but that's only because I've played that game a lot.
Yeah.
So
How would they determine like how would they account for that?
I don't think they did. It was just you could sign up for the test and do it. 800 people signed up for it.
And how many people beat it?
0.25%. could do it without a walkthrough.
Oh, well, then maybe I'm being a little overzealous on my abilities. But I do feel like I could.
I do love that game, but like when you get caught and they put you in the dungeon, you only
Mhm.
have so many times before you're just done. Before you
Mm.
soft lock the game, like you get put in that dungeon, and I know there's a brick you can use to
Mhm.
push to
Mhm.
escape the dungeon once, but once you do it once and you go back in the dungeon, they fix that brick and you can't do it again.
Mm. Mm.
So
That's true.
you
I mean,
still look like you're feeling pretty confident though, David.
I don't know. I'm starting to doubt myself now. I'm starting to think about the actual game. And while I
Yeah.
love that game and I've played the hell out of it, I'm trying to think of how many times I've actually beaten it. And I've probably only beaten it like a couple of times, and I've probably played it, dozens. So
Are you familiar with Maniac Mansion, Ryan?
I am.
Did you ever
I
play games like that?
I never beat it, but I did play it. My neighbors had that game for the Nintendo, and so
Yeah.
I borrowed it from them and played it.
a game like that I think I could beat Shadowgate. Did you ever play Shadowgate?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
It's a
I've never even heard of that, I don't think.
man, that's a great game. I could hear the music like right now. Like it's a very atmospheric, like fantasy adventure game. I highly recommend it. You should play it.
What was it on?
I played it on NES.
Oh, okay.
I think it probably was on PCs back in the day, whatever, Commodore 64 or whatever.
Shadowgate. Yeah, that's a cool name though.
Yeah.
Was Maniac Mansion a LucasArts game? It
Yeah.
was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I'm
Yeah,
looking at it now.
they did like a follow up to it like later in the 90s called Day of the Tentacle, which is a really
Mhm.
good game.
Oh my god! I remember Day of the Tentacle.
Yeah. It's a really good
Yeah,
game.
that was Day of the Tentacle was hand drawn animation.
Yeah, it is so good too. And it's like that's in the era of like Sam and Max and all those games.
Yeah,
God, I love
Yeah.
those
like the
games.
'90s wisecracking aliens and anthropomorphic animals.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'd play those games right now. We still need to play more games, Brandon. We still need to
Yeah, we
beat
do.
Princess Tomato so that you can play Quest for Glory or whatever you were going to play after that.
Yes. I
Oh.
do need to say publicly that I checked my hard drive and Pokemon is gone. The hard drive is totally gone, so the save is done.
Skullfucker.
I tried to plug in the hard drive into my laptop to see if I could read it to pull the save off, and my laptop locked up and then crashed.
I know none of us are sadder than Ryan Brown right now.
Yeah.
I do. I will forever miss Skullfucker.
Yeah.
Smurf.
For Skullfucker.
Yeah.
Smurf will make a comeback somewhere.
Smurf will.
Somehow.
Smurf is a good boy. Hey, Smurf was also in in that very short version Nuzlocke of Violet we did.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
right. It was
yeah.
updated Smurf.
Yeah, so
Speaking of
Smurf.
Pokemon,
Yeah.
this kind of segues into what I wanted to talk about,
Sweet. What you got?
which was Pokemon related. So the other day, this is a story, not really a conversation, I guess, but we can talk about it. So the other day, I had to go to GameStop. I was paying on my reserve for WWE 2K26, and there was a line to get to the front counter. There's only one guy working, so I get in line, and there's like one dude at the front of the line, and he's like holding everything up. And he's got like he's like an old, not older, but like an adult man, like could be in his 30s. And he's got like his wife and kids with him, and he's buying like a fuck ton of Pokemon cards, and they're like in these collector tins. And he's just like buying them, just a fuck ton of them, and um, eventually, like I can see that like he's clearly like trying to get like a specific something. Like he's trying to get like a specific card or like something. I don't know. I don't know much about Pokemon the card game. But eventually like I can see that it is getting heated between him and like the guy behind the counter. And his wife and his kids like leave. Like they leave the GameStop. I guess like she got sick of his shit or something. I don't know.
Sure.
And so the dude behind the counter is like, okay, well, look, there's like a long line of people, man. I need to check out some other people, okay? So he's like, oh yeah, okay, fine, that's fine. And so he starts checking out the next person after this guy. So he like starts opening up this like tin of Pokemon cards there. And then he's like, wait, before you start checking that guy out, can I just get 2 more? And he's just like, okay, but then I'm cutting you off. Okay, you cannot have any more. And he had already started to check out this other guy, right? So he goes and grabs these 2 more boxes of tins of Pokemon cards, right? And he's like, wait, why can't I have any more? And he was like, policy. No fucking policy. He's just saying
Right.
Policy. Can't sell you anymore. It's policy. Well, you can bend the policy for me, right? Like I've already bought so many. It's like, no, policy. Can't sell you anymore. And so he's like, well, what if I give them, pointing to the line of people that is like stretching clear to the back of the GameStop? What if I give them money and they buy them for me? Can we do it that way? And the guy in front of me, like a person that is checking, that wants to check out, that was starting to check out, is like, I'm not buying you any Pokemon cards, man. It's like, if you want to get, then the GameStop guy's like, if you want to get in the back of the line and ask these people, I'm not going to stop you, I guess, but you got to get in the back of the line. And so he does. He gets all the way in the back of the line and starts asking these people one by one. Yeah. Listen, this is what I did for a living. This is literally like addiction behavior.
Yeah.
Like this is like addiction behavior.
Yeah.
He starts asking these people one by one if he can give them money and they will buy him Pokemon cards for him. And I get to the front. I'm like, hey, I just want to pay on my WWE 2K26 reserve. And he's like, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry about this. I'm like, it's okay. Like, I just want to pay on that. And he's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's all right. Here you go. And then I leave and he's still in the back, like doing that. I'm like, man, that guy's going to get his ass kicked. He's going to get his ass kicked today over like a garbage bag full of Pokemon cards.
So he was opening the cards there?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I wonder what he was doing then.
Yeah.
Because like I would think typically I hear somebody's
mental breakdown is what he was doing.
Well, typically I hear somebody's buying that many tins and I assume that they're reselling them because there's a lot of resellers online around here who will like buy up all the Pokemon cards and then sell them for twice as much, like the tins and stuff unopened.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I
But yeah, that's total addiction behavior if he's literally opening them right there.
Yeah, his wife was definitely like, Gerald, it's me or the Pikachu. You gotta choose. Me, the kids, or the Pikachu.
It
I
was
gotta go.
wild shit.
Yeah, that is nuts.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
And like I was like, is there some kind of new card set or something coming out? And so I like texted my card. Like I got friends who are like way into card games and stuff like that. I was like, is there a new Pokemon card set or something? And they were like, no, the Ninja Turtles Magic the Gathering card set came out this weekend, but I don't think there's a new Pokemon thing. Like, then I don't know what this guy's deal was, but he was
that's
like
nuts.
Going fucking wild for this.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wish I was there so I could ask him, like, dude, what are you trying to get?
Like, yeah, I don't know what this guy's deal was.
Yeah.
And he wasn't like, he was like dressed nicely. Like he was wearing like a sweater, like nice clothes and stuff. Like I was like, man, you are disconnected from reality. If you think for a fact that what you are doing is not going to get you your ass kicked at this point.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Or just somebody's going to take your money. Be like, yeah, I'll buy them for you.
Peace.
Yeah. Give me your money.
Yeah. How many boxes?
So let me ask you,
or that someone would want to do that for you. Like I was frustrated at this point. Like I'd been waiting in line. I just wanted to pay on my fucking game. Game's not even out yet. It doesn't come out till next week. The game's not even out yet. I'd been waiting in line for like a half an hour at this point while this guy just fucking kept buying like hand over fist Pokemon tins. And if he had come to me and asked, I would have been like politely, I'd have been like, I am disinclined to help you, sir. Like, no, thank you. I would not like to help you with this because clearly this is something that is unhealthy. Like, I'm not going to do this for you.
Yeah, I'm not going to support that. Yeah.
I was gonna ask if you would help. What about you, David? If you were in line, would you buy them?
I don't think so. No, I think I'm with Ryan. I think I'd be like, bro, like, what are you trying to get? Like, with the amount of money you spent, just go find whatever you're looking for and
Just buy
buy
the
that.
single.
Buy it
Yeah.
online. Like whatever it
Yeah.
is you're looking for, just go buy
Yeah.
it on eBay.
Yeah,
Man.
you'll save money.
I stopped buying packs of Magic cards for that reason. It's basically legal lotteries for people who are underage.
Yeah.
To be able to buy Magic cards and buy packs and be like, come on, Charizard, or come
Yes,
on,
unless
whatever the
what
Chase
you are
Magic card
looking
is.
for is the thrill.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
In which case,
Yeah.
I mean, we had friends back in the day that got like crazy about it with Magic the Gathering, and they would A, started spending too much money, and then B, started stealing because like it was an
Yeah.
addiction, and like, yeah, that's bad news.
who was it who was stealing? Text me in the group chat.
Guess it's one person that we know you don't care
Is
for.
it somebody I know? Is it somebody I'm going to be able to guess immediately?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I guess then I probably know.
They currently have a profession we don't appreciate. I'll put it that way.
Okay. Then I know who it is.
Yeah.
I was with a friend at a small comic shop, and I won't say who it was or where I was, but we were hanging out, and I bought a couple packs, and they didn't buy anything. And then we got back in the car, and we were driving home, and he was like, check this out. And he pulled out like 4 packs of like expensive cards, like the expensive, it's called Modern Masters is the set. So the packs are like $15 a piece.
Mm.
And he was opening them, and he's like, yeah, I just grabbed these while the guy was turned around. And I was like, dude, this is like a small ass shop. Like that guy paid probably $8 a pack that you just ripped him off for like, you know, $20. I get that's not that much, but like this guy's running a small shop. This isn't Walmart.
For a small business owner. Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. I felt bad about that, but what are you gonna do? I didn't know.
No, the person they were stealing from was a bookie. So if you remember Alonzo and Marietta, do you remember that dude? Like yeah, that dude was. I mean, not that he necessarily deserved to have his livelihood rifled, but that guy was pretty shady.
Yeah, guy was sketchy as fuck.
Yeah, he was definitely sketchy as fuck. Yeah, I remember like the next time I went into the shop, he was like, "You haven't been stealing from me, have you? I know your friends have." I'm like,
"Oh my god,
dude, like no." Thank you for accusing me from stealing, but no, I've not.
Man, that shop became awesome for a while. There was like an older guy who owned like the plaza that shop was in. There was like a dry cleaner and some other stuff. He owned the dry cleaner business and he owned the building. So when Alonzo went his way, this guy decided to keep the card shop open, but it was by appointment only. So he would hang out with his girlfriend who worked at the dry cleaners, and you'd have to go over there and be like, hey, I want to buy some cards from the card shop, and he'd go and unlock it.
Huh.
But I would go on his website because all those cards were listed on his website. So I'd go the night before and make out a list of what I was looking for. And then I'd just go in and be like, here's what I'm looking for. And one by one, we'd pull out the cards and buy them. I'm sure he hated me because I was buying I'd buy like 50 or 60 cards and pay like $20 because they were all like cheapo rares. So he's working his ass off for $20. But yeah, I went there one time to get him, and he's like back in the room with his girlfriend. So I ring the little bell, after a few minutes, and he comes out shirtless, and he's like, "Can I help you?" I was like, "Yeah, I just want to buy some Magic cards, man."
He comes out, he's like, "Do you know the password?" That's an interesting business model.
Yeah.
Hang out and bang your girlfriend until somebody wants to come and buy cards.
Sounds interesting. It sounds like a great business.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a bad life for him, I guess, but
yeah.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, weird. What a weird place, Marietta, Ohio.
Yeah, it's like it's still a card shop too. It's still in business.
Really? That's nuts.
I'm not going to give him business
not by the
right
same
now.
guy, right?
No, it's not by the same guy anymore. It's like they do like videos that they put on Facebook and stuff, like little skits of their card shop now. So
really,
they're like trying to build it up as a big place. Yeah.
We'll have to talk about this later. I need to look this up.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it's called, and you can search them up and see. I don't know enough about them, otherwise I'd say the name. I don't want to say their name, and then it turns out like there's something bad.
We all have homework from this episode. your guys' homework is to listen to Devo and get obsessed, so I have somebody to talk to about Devo. And then my homework is twofold: look up that card shop and their weird skits, and see if I can find the press conference that Ryan was a part of.
Oh, I'll send it to you.
Hell
Oh,
yeah!
you've got it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you the video.
Awesome.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Well, it looks like we've done about a full episode. But does anyone have anything else they'd like to talk about, Great Minor Munchie wise, or anything else?
No. Do you?
I'm trying to think. What have I been doing other than listening to Devo? I've been watching Ted Lasso again.
Oh, yay!
I like burned through the first 2 seasons, and then for some reason like really slowed down. I think we just started watching something else, and it just took us a while to get back to it. So I'm finishing up the 3rd season. I know the 4th season's coming out soon, I believe. So that's cool. I mean, just what a good show. Just feels so freaking wholesome, and it's funny as hell.
Well, once you're done with Ted Lasso, you should watch Shoresy.
Shoresy?
Shoresy.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
Fuck you, Shoresy.
Shoresy's like Ted Lasso, but they swear a lot more and they play hockey instead of soccer.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I would like that. I would definitely like that. I will. That'll be on my list then. Other than that, nothing. Oh, this is real quick. We took Charlotte. So you're both familiar with the band 21 Pilots.
Mhm.
So Kira's really into them. And I am too as a result. But so is Charlotte, our daughter, our 4-year-old daughter. And we can't really take her to a concert right now, but they released like a limited showing of like this really big concert that they did in Mexico City in theaters. And so we took her to watch that. So that was kind of like her first concert. It was a good time. It was a good experience watching her. She was just like dancing in the aisle and stuff.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I haven't been watching anything as usual. I don't really watch a whole lot. I've been playing No Man's Sky, surprising nobody. There was a new update that came out where you have a gravity gun you can unlock, and you go around picking up trash and putting it in the back of a truck and then recycling the trash for money. And I've been doing that. And slowly driving across the planet, listening to music and just recycling trash.
I mean, it's kind of got. I mean, it's like how people like Power Wash Simulator, but I'm sure it's just
It's got a shit. I'm blanking on it right now, but it's that game where you're a delivery man. It just came out a few years ago. It's got that guy from Walking Dead in it.
Death Stranding.
Yeah, it's very Death Stranding oriented because you have to like go over mountains, and they've added a bunch of physics to it. So your truck that you're using is open back. So as you're going over, if you're not careful, stuff will fly out and you have to chase it. And it's kind of annoying, but it's kind of like relaxing at the same time.
Yeah, I feel you.
So yeah, I've been playing that. And Baldur's Gate 3. I'm playing a Dark Urge run, like the evil run you can do.
Oh yeah. Kind of like what we started doing.
Yeah, except there's you can make your own character, of course. You can choose one of the pre-made characters like Lizelle or Asterion, or you can play Dark Urge, which is like another storyline that's written in, and you have to play a Dragonborn, but besides that, you can play whatever race or whatever class you want.
Oh, so it's like a whole other storyline.
Yeah, it's a whole other storyline, dude. Like you wake up and it's the same thing where you have the tadpole in your eye, and so that's all the same. But you also have like a little voice in your head that's like, kill them all. And you have no memories and you're trying to figure out who you are. And like so I'm playing very, very evil as a result. Yeah. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I've made some choices that are very terrible that make me feel like a very bad guy. But yeah.
Have you hurt children?
Yes. I killed a child.
Yeah.
Well, inadvertently by... Okay, so here's spoilers for Act 1 of Baldur's Gate. When you go into the Druid Grove, if you remember this, David, when you first go into it, there's a little girl that the Druid priestess has taken, and she's holding her hostage because she stole an idol from them.
Yep.
Well, you go in and you can talk to them, and there's a snake that's like threatening the little girl. And as the Dark Urge, it gives you the option to like look at the girl and then look at the door and like hint to her to just run. So she runs, and then the snake immediately bites her and kills her. And the voice in your head is like, you are sated again.
Wow.
So yeah, It's pretty evil, but it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
I need to pick up Baldur's Gate again. I just need to finish it. I got to the
I'm
third act
playing
and never
my I'm
finished it.
playing my Act 3 final again. I'm also
Hmm.
jumping between Dark Urge and my original character too, so I can
Gotcha.
beat it. Cause my save is over 200 hours. I'm like, if I put this much time into it,
Yeah,
I
you
need
need
to
to
just
finish
freaking
it.
put in another 15 and beat the game.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I need to go back and do that too. I'm playing I guess I'm playing Mewgenics. Let me make sure that I pronounce that properly. Mewgenics. Which is a game where you basically breed weird little cats and then send them out on adventures, and it's a tactical turn-based tactical game, and it's by the guy that did Binding of Isaac, and so the art is that kind of style and the music's all weird, and the songs are, there's one song that's called Black Pussy, just to let you know the kind of game we're talking about here. And
Yeah.
it's incredibly uncomfortable. Like I don't feel good playing the game. It's kind of gross and icky, and
It's become kind of an indie darling. A lot of people are talking about it.
people, and that's why I keep playing it, and people love it, and the gameplay itself is cool. Like I like it's just there's so much to it, and every run is different. You're never gonna have like the
Yeah.
same run, and then you keep unlocking new cool stuff, and there's lots of little surprises and stuff. But all the characters are terrible, the cats are terrible. It's
Did
just
you play
it's
Binding of Isaac at all?
no, I didn't.
Because it sounds like Binding of Isaac as far as like the art goes. Like in
Yeah,
Binding of Isaac, everything was gross. Like stuff had snot and blood and spit, and it was just like one big eye, one little eye dripping with
yeah,
pus. Stuff like
yeah.
that.
It's got that vibe for sure. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just, but I don't know why I keep playing it. Like I I know people like put 200 and some. I heard an interview and one guy was like, "Yeah, I've been playing it for like." It was an interview with the maker, and one of the guy interviewing was like, "Yeah, I'm like 200 hours in my game so far." And he's like, "Oh yeah, you're not even close to being done." It's like,
Oh my god.
yeah, and they're coming out with DLC soon. It's just like, so I don't know why.
Jeez.
Like I don't want to do this with my life, but I keep finding myself going back to it. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Yeah, but just that's all I got. Ryan, anything else from you these days?
Um, well, a kind of, yes, indie wrestler that I'm quite a big fan of recently made the jump to the Fed, as they call it, the WWE. He's making
Hmm.
the big money now.
Hmm.
His name is Dantonhausen. He's a hilarious man. He was famous for doing unboxing videos of action figures on his YouTube channel and just generally being hilarious. Actually,
Hmm.
here's a video or picture of he and I together. Right there.
Bottom right there, or no, upper right. Yeah,
Right here.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
him and
yeah.
me. That's he and I together.
Cool.
He made a debut last week in Chicago at a pay-per-view. And being an independent wrestler, he's actually one of probably the most famous independent wrestler in the world. So obviously the WWE wanted to sign him. But when he debuted, not a lot of people knew who he was because, he was an independent wrestler. So when he showed up, he didn't have a huge crowd reaction. And so uh, he actually got booed by the fans in Chicago in the actual arena.
Mm.
And so people online like had a conniption fit, myself included, because everyone was like, "What the fuck? Like, why are you shitheads booing Danhausen? He's like the purest individual in the entire goddamn world." And so people online started like sharing, just started sharing stories of like, "Oh, when I met him, he did this for me, and he did this sweet, amazing thing for me." Just like sharing stories about like times when they interacted with him and he was kind to them and like
Hmm.
sweet things that he'd done for them and just positive interactions that they'd had with him. And it was just generally like a overall positive time. And I was like, see, I like shit like that. Like I like it when a fan base can generally be positive, and
Yeah.
that made me happy. And then uh, they posted his first because like a big thing for in the pro wrestling fandom, one of the ways that wrestlers make money is selling T-shirts, and so
Mm.
they posted his first T-shirt on their merch website, and it immediately became the #1 bestseller because people went on and started buying it. And
Yeah.
so I was like, see, that's what I'm fucking talking about. All the internet nerds, internet wrestling nerds immediately hopped on there and started buying it. I went out and I bought his fucking T-shirt because of course I did. Um, and it just generally made me happy because when I like it when good things happen to good people, you know what I mean? And they're successful. So that was a good thing for me. And then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. And so he's big time now, huh?
Yeah, and that's nice.
Good.
It's good. Yeah, because they make like whenever they get, whenever you get to that level, they make like shit tons of money.
Yeah.
Is he
Good
going to
for
be
him.
in 2K26? Do you know? Like as a
Um,
default?
he might be DLC. He might be DLC because he's not. They already released the roster for the main game, and he's not on that because he just debuted like last week, and the
Oh,
game
okay.
comes out. The game
Mm.
comes out next week. So and they have
Yeah.
like DLC packs that come out like throughout the entire year. So he
Oh,
might
yeah.
be in like one of the later DLC packs probably, but
That makes sense.
maybe.
Cool. Cool.
Either way, he'll probably be a custom character, and I'll probably make him in the game or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. Nice. All right. Well, it was good catching up with you, gentlemen. Thank you for this fireside chat. And let's try to do it again. Let's not leave as much of a gap in between our next episodes. So,
Yeah.
I'll either come up with a topic for the next one, or if one of you guys come up with something, we'll do that. But until next time, I've been David Musgrave, the man kissed by all angels, and with me, as always, is
Your shepherd of the forest, Brandon Full. I did that one on
And
purpose.
and your very best friend Brian Brown, and we're probably not okay.